There we go. Okay. Hey friends, Sydney here, and today we're gonna balance a gimbal blindfolded because, you know, reasons. Yo guys, Sydney here. So today I'm gonna show you how to balance a gimbal blindfolded. I cannot see a thing. But before we get to that, some pretty cool news for you Crane 2 users out there. There is a brand new firmware update that opens up 3 new features on the Crane 2. The first feature is Vortex mode. You can now do that infinite roll on the Crane 2 to do cool shots like this. The second feature is a brand new POV mode where you can lock the position of your camera and swing it all the way around so you can do cool shots like this. And the third feature is that the Crane 2 now has camera controls over the Nikon Z6 and Z7 cameras, or for other parts of the world, Nikon. So pretty cool new features on the Zhiyun Crane 2, and if you want to download that firmware update, then check out the link below. All right, boys and girls, let's go ahead and balance this gimbal. The first step is to balance the tilt axis, which is the movement that allows the camera to tilt up and down. The second step is to balance the roll axis, which allows the camera to roll left and roll right. And the last step is the pan axis, which is the movement that allows the camera to pan left and right. Once you've done all 3 steps correctly, you've got yourself a perfectly balanced gimbal before you even turn it on. Okay, here we go. This is probably a bad idea. No, definitely a bad idea, but let's go ahead and do it because, you know, views. Okay, here we go. Got my camera set up. I got the Sony a7 III with a 24-70 G Master lens. A very front-heavy and expensive camera, but whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the camera on. Before I put on the blindfold, I already put the quick release plate onto the plate so I can easily attach it to the gimbal. And so that'll make my life a little easier. Here we go. Found the base plate of the gimbal. Let's go ahead and put this bad boy on. Oh man, I am so nervous. I literally cannot see a thing. Oh man. Oh man, please don't fall. I got it, got it, got it. Okay, cool, got it. All right, let's go ahead and lock it. Okay. Oh man. Okay, so what I want to do is that I want to balance the tilt axis so that the camera is somewhat balanced. And so, oh man, this is a terrible idea. So the camera is front heavy, and so we're just going to counteract that weight by bringing the camera setup back. Oh boy. Let's unlock it. Please don't fall. Move it back. Still front heavy. Still front heavy. Okay, hold on. All right. It's falling off to the side. We'll worry about that later, but it's not falling forward or backwards. Okay, so I'm going to guess that's right. Okay, so I don't think it's moving forward or backwards, but to confirm that our tilt axis is balanced, you want to point the camera up and see if it falls forward or backwards. Okay, so if it is front heavy, you want to raise the platform on the tilt axis arm up, and if it is back heavy, you want to lower it. So let's go ahead and raise it up. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's right there. Okay, here we go. Unlock. Let's raise the platform up. Oh boy. Okay, let's see what it does. I think it's still good. Let's raise it up. And if it falls forward, okay, it's falling forward, so let's raise it up a little bit more. Oh, this is a terrible idea. Okay, hopefully that's about right. All right, let's point the camera up. All right, I'm not feeling it falling forward or backwards, so I think the tilt axis is balanced. Okay, cool, moving on. Okay, so the next step is to balance the roll axis, and to do that, you want to see if the camera rolls to the left or to the right. And so I'm just going to point the camera towards you, and I'm going to see if it falls to the left or right. Okay, so it's falling to the right, so that means I got to counteract that weight by shifting the camera setup the opposite way. And so if it's falling to the right, I'm going to move it to the left. You want to make sure you unlock the roll axis arm, which is typically behind the camera. So here we go, let's go ahead and do that. Oh boy, I think we're okay. All right, cool. All right, I think the roll axis is balanced. Great, moving on. And so the last step to balance the gimbal is to balance the pan axis. And in order to do that, you want to lean the gimbal setup left and right to see if it swings in either direction. And so I'm gonna go ahead and face the gimbal towards you, the entire gimbal towards you, and I'm going to lean it to the right, your left, and I'm gonna see if I could feel if the camera is swinging. Okay, it's definitely swinging. I don't know if it's front heavy or back heavy. So let me just... Okay, so it's back heavy. Okay, so if the camera swings left or counterclockwise, you wanna push the camera setup, the platform forward, and if it's front heavy, you wanna bring the camera setup back towards you. And in order to do that on your gimbal, no matter what kind of gimbal you have, will be the pan axis arm, which you can adjust right over here. And so I'm just going to unlock that. Oh boy, wait, is it steady? Is it steady? It's steady. Okay. All right, so I've made little micro adjustments, and hopefully the pan axis is balanced. And so let's go ahead and lean it. Oh, it's really hard to tell. You know what? I'm gonna use my hand. Let's lean it left. Oh, it's not swinging. Oh, cool. To confirm, I'm gonna take that off the blindfold. Oh, it's bright. Wow. I did not like that. All right, let's go ahead and lean left. Hey, look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and test out the tilt. It's not leaning forward or backwards. Look at that. Let's go ahead and test out the roll. Wow, that is cool. So if you can see that your camera can remain in the same spot no matter what position you place it in, that means your gimbal is perfectly balanced. Oh, look at that. Oh, good job, team. Okay, so let's do it again, this time without the blindfold, and I'm gonna show you how to set up your gimbal even easier. Let's go ahead and just move the different arms in different positions so that we're really starting from scratch. Now, like I said before, these 3 steps apply to any 3-axis gimbal, but since we're using the Crane 3 Lab, the Crane 3 Lab has these really cool locking mechanisms that lock each axis so that you can focus balancing one axis at a time. Super incredibly helpful. You can also find these locking mechanisms on the Xeon Weeble Lab, so that's pretty cool. So to make my life easier, let's go ahead and lock the rest of the arms other than the tilt axis arm so that we can focus on balancing the tilt axis. Cool, look at that. So see how the tilt axis arm is the only arm moving? All right, let's go ahead and place our camera onto the gimbal. All right, it's back heavy, so let's go ahead and lower it. Oops, let's see about that. It's a little front heavy, so let's raise it just a little bit. Still front heavy, raise it a little bit more. Micro adjustments, my friends. It's all about micro adjustments. All right, that looks pretty good to me. Let's move on to the roll axis. So let's go ahead and unlock the roll axis. Okay, so I can see that it's leaning to the left, and so we're gonna counteract that weight by moving the whole setup to the opposite direction. Okay, so now it's moving the opposite direction. Let's push it back. All right, that's cool. Roll axis looks pretty good. And last but not least, the pan axis. So let's go ahead and unlock it. And we're gonna do our little leaning test. All right, it's swinging right. So we want to counteract that by bringing it back towards me. Look at that. Boom. All right, let's do one last round of checks. Tilt axis, good. Roll axis, good. And pan axis should be good. Boom, a perfectly balanced gimbal. Whew. Oh man, that was terrifying. Do not balance the gimbal blindfolded, not recommended at all. Well, hey, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this video was helpful to you, and hopefully these 3 steps will help you balance your gimbal no matter what kind of gimbal you have. But thanks again for watching, guys. It means the world to me that you are part of this community. Like, subscribe, hit the bell buttons down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. You know when one of your senses is taken away and the rest of your senses are heightened? Like, I'm hearing things that I shouldn't be hearing and feeling things that I shouldn't be feeling. Okay, here we go. What was that?